Good morning, y'all. It's Lippy. We're the 27th of December. Supposedly our last cold day. Now, prior to that, even with all of our hard work, -7 wind chill. Y'all, we lost everything. Absolutely everything. So, Mr. Buddy's gonna give some information that a lot of you asked, but before that, we're fixing to do a walkthrough. And then I'm gonna let y'all know that we will be pulling this garden. And we're gonna stay positive and we're gonna prepare for spring planting. But guys, if y'all prepared and you did all that you could do and you lost your garden, it's nothing on you. This was a battle that we thought we were gonna win. Nope, we didn't win this battle. So, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna turn y'all around and let y'all see just what happened. Well, there's the radish bed. Of course, we had done pretty much harvested it. But I want y'all to look.
A few roots down in there.
Look at this. Now, it's wet. Now, I could cut it and try to dry it with a couple of more, and I'm gonna taste it, but I'm afraid it's gonna be bitter. We have like 4 of those. But there you go. There's Mr. Buddy's mustard. There's the tender mustards. I want y'all to look at this. Here's the collards. Carrots, gone. Now, our garlic made it. We're gonna come down here to the Brussels sprouts. No, this was the cabbage, excuse me. Done. Then we have the Brussels sprouts. They're not gonna make it, guys. Our onion chives. And this is what hurt me, was my celery. I started to go ahead and harvest, even though it was young, but you know, it was beautiful. I regret it. I truly regret it. Now, there is some green down in here, but it's just, y'all, it'd be a chance I'd be taking. I'm not gonna take the chance. But let me tell you what, it smells amazing now that heat's getting on it. But that's the one that I do regret. Now, I did harvest all my aloes and I repotted them, and they're in the garage doing fine. Butterfly bush. And this is what I'm gonna do. Now, I was able to get some seeds off of it. I started to cut it and I said, no, let me see. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut it and leave about 4 inches above the soil. And we're gonna see what it will do come this spring, and we're gonna pray that it comes back. But if I leave it like this, all the nutrients is gonna try to survive these leaves. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna opt to cut it back. My broccoli. Well, we can look at this head. It's gone. The Swiss chard, gone. The beets, as well as the cabbage. That was covering it with straw. That was also us building these hoops that you're seeing behind me. And Buddy will explain how he built those, because a lot of you asked about the material. But that was putting the frost covers. Like I said, we did everything we could. But now the strawberries, not a problem. All I did was cover them with straw. That's all I did. They did go dormant. I need them to stay dormant. But I'm gonna show you the grow out box that Buddy built. And I'm gonna show you what that reptile light did. And I'm gonna let Buddy now explain exactly why we use reptile lights, how long we've had them, and I'm going to show you the results.
All right, everybody, here's that box that we built. Let's take the top off here. You can see in here, all of these survived.
Even the keeper pears.
Now I remember looking at a couple of times, it was 9 degrees outside temperature. That wasn't the windshield. But I come out here when I went toting water to the animals, and the little thermometer over there was holding at about 50 degrees, just with this little old heat lamp deal here in. And I'll explain to you what that is. This is just a ceramic bulb holder, a little fixture you can buy for like $3. All right, and I got a cord on it. This is what they call a reptile bulb. It's just a ceramic heat lamp. This one's 7 years old. That's the good thing about them. They last for a long time. We've had this in 7 years. Now we looked the other night because some people were asking, and you can get two for what we look up?
$14.99.
Two for $14.95
at
now.
Amazon.
So the price has come down drastically.
Yeah, we paid $30 or $35.
But the thing about it is I don't have it on a temperature control, so you have to monitor it. Now, when it's cold and during the night, you don't. But the next morning, when the sun starts coming up, if your temperatures come up, you have to unplug it, unless you put a thermometer or a thermostat inside. So it actually worked really well, and we kept everything alive, thanks to the good Lord. At least this lived. And now we've decided that we're going to build some more of these.
Yep.
Because they work really well, and I think they would actually work real well for like plant starts in the spring. You're starting to move them out. You could move them out, put them in this, even though you wouldn't have to put any heat on it. You could get the sun in there, keep the drastic little temperatures off of them and the frost. But it worked out really well.
All right, a lot of people asked, what did you use to make these hoops?
All right, I used 1/2-inch pecks, just plain pecks, white.
Oh, I hope my camera's focusing. It looks blurry.
This is the roll of it. This is probably the cheapest thing you'll get per linear foot to use when making hoops or runs that I've found. If you have to go buy it, if you don't have something, other than going and cutting you twigs and sticks, per dollar a foot, this will be your cheapest. And it lasts a long time. It's easy to work with. It's durable. You can buy this anywhere from 25-foot rolls up to 300 or 500-foot rolls, depending on how much you need or how much you got. And we'll go over there and I'll show you how I actually fastened it to it. Ended up doing 2 ways, but I'll explain that. All right, if you look here, I just got a 1/2-inch PVC coupling, and I just drilled and put a screw in it. That way you can take these in and out anytime you want to, real quickly, okay? Now these here are cut. My fabric for the frost blanket was actually a 6-foot wide by, I think we got a 100-foot roll left that we started with. But I went on to cut these 6 foot. That way when you drape it down, it'll come all the way down the sides. And I just had some spring clamps. When the fabric comes down here, I just clipped around the spring clamp in the fabric on both sides.
So it's easy to use.
Now I started, what y'all seen last time, I started with, these were on 8-foot centers. Well, it wasn't enough because you couldn't get the fabric tight enough and it wanted to sag in the middle. So I come back and put on every 4 foot, but I run out of couplings. So all I done was come in here. Now, this won't be as quick and easy to remove.
No.
But when I get some couplings, I'll just come and take this off, put the coupling on, take these screws out, and then slide this in the coupling. You can still use it. It ain't hurt.
But we had to do something.
But I had to immediately to get this up for
so you
the
see,
cold.
That's secondary, and this is what we started with. And we're talking nickel on a dollar, guys.
Yeah,
that's what y'all asked. Yeah, that's the cheapest you're gonna get. But I want y'all to look at the loquat. We covered our fruit trees. We moved fruit trees into the garage. Y'all, I forgot to cover my loquat. And it doesn't seem to have been damaged. There is some brown spots throughout. But overall, the loquat tree actually, I think, made it. I truly believe that it did. The leaves are not wet. They're not limp. But I did notice that some of the new growth was spent. But I think we survived it. And how I forgot about it, I don't know. But I did not cover it. So there you go. It's very disappointing, but so as a lot of things in life is disappointing. And this too shall pass. I want to say we learned something. I guess the lesson to be learned is in our climate, our zone, -7, I don't know how in the world we could have saved this. I really don't. But we just try again. You know, that's all we can do. So I don't really think that I learned anything from this because we were battling a beast. Many of y'all are still battling it. So, but there's our garden update. We're just going to pull it. And we're going to start now. I got my glove now. Underneath this glove, can y'all see, is a gray glove. I don't want my gloves dirty, so I always use one of Buddy's large rubber gloves, and it protects my glove and it keeps my hands warm. These gloves are not going to keep my hands warm, but my undergloves will. So, yeah, we're going to pluck the garden, and I'm not going to end this video. Nope, I am taking y'all in the kitchen like y'all ain't done had enough sweets. But I'm going to throw a little quick treat in there. I've been promising y'all, and it just dawned on me, I was going to go in after this and make an old-fashioned Louisiana syrup cake. 5 minutes, it goes in the oven. So, I'm going to pause, empty the garden. We're going in to get a cup of coffee, and we're fixing to make a syrup cake. Can y'all hear that? Yeah, that's my cup of coffee, calling my name. So while I fix my coffee and get warmed up, I'm going to insert, and now they're very short, but I'm going to insert 2 video clips. I believe we have the candy cane fishing game that we play. Now, of course, our youngest, Mo, many of you know, we let him use 2 hands. Then we played the snowball with the spoon in the mouth. That is hilarious. I'm trying to think, do I have a clip? I don't think I have a clip of unwrapping a box with oven mitts on. So I do have those 2. So right now, while I fix my coffee, I'm going to insert those 2 clips of the adventures for our family Christmas. By far, with Mo being 5 now, we had a blast because really he got to truly understand and really get involved. And what a competitor that little boy is. Let me tell you, he's a competitor. But we all stayed in our pajamas. That's tradition. And we had morning appetizers. Then we opened a couple of gifts, played some games, had our main meal, and then just fellowshipped, laughed. I believe Papa actually had a Christmas movie, not that none of us watched it, but it was in the background noise. Y'all, it was our first Christmas in 2 years with our grandkids. We said we'd never miss a Christmas, and we did for two of them. So this was a blessing for us, and I'm still smiling. But I will say, and don't come after me, I kind of spent 8 hours yesterday packing Christmas up. But it feels good. It's cleansing. We're ready to kick off a new year. Whew, and get past 2022. But we have a lot of desires. We have plans. And we're just going to see where the journey takes us. But we want a clean slate. And come on, 2023. Because Lippy is ready. Now let me get my coffee. Y'all enjoy them clips.
Put it in the bucket.
Nope.
Put it in the bucket.
Place it in the bucket.
He said, okay, let me let it go first.
Do it again.
Get another one, Mo.
You can use 2 hands
Move it
on
around.
your string.
Move your string around. Try to grab it.
He's trying, but they ain't none of them pointed up there where you get them.
There are about 3 of them pointed right up in the middle.
Yeah, I see some there. Now if you look over here on this side. Oh, you almost got it.
Get him.
Yeah, all of mine are like that.
They didn't give you no easy one, did they, baby?
Oh, there you go. 2 for
Oh,
1.
2 for 1.
Good. Put them in there.
Look at you.
10 seconds. Put them in there.
Put them in there.
Hurry.
And on the mark, get set, go.
I got to figure this out.
Hey!
Oh, Lord.
I got all mine out.
We are ready for the new year. What'd y'all think of those clips? And I told you I took Christmas down. Clean slate. But now, let me grab the book. We're about to make my Uncle Rodney's. This is his cookbook. I think it's about 40 years old. Could be a little bit older. And this is a syrup cake made with cane syrup. Now, Steen's, the brand, is packaged, made and packaged, majority of it here in Louisiana. So this will be made with Steen's cane syrup, but you can use any syrup that you want. You can add pecans. When I get to that point, I'll let y'all know when to add the pecans. I won't be adding pecans. My brother can't have nuts, and this is a treat for him. My brother is bedbound, and on Wednesdays, I go and visit. I bring him a supply of canned goods, jars, and I pick up the jars and bring them home. So he doesn't know that he is getting a sweet treat, his absolute favorite. And he's been asking, hey, you gonna make a syrup cake? You gonna make a syrup cake? No, I don't have time. Well, I'm making the time. Here's the Steen syrup that we're using in this recipe. But like I say, you can use any cane syrup, but we're partial to locally made. Make sure you preheat your oven to 375, and I'm gonna be cooking mine in an 8x8 that I sprayed very well, because you don't want it sticking. Okay, we're gonna get this started, and we're gonna start by using 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, you don't have to sift. If that's just your preference, go ahead. It really doesn't make a difference. I've tried it many ways. Sifting to none, I don't see a difference. But you do want to level it off. So that's 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to get this well and combined. We're going to add just a pinch of salt. And look what I did. I mixed it in the wrong bowl. So that's fine. I'm just going to scoop it out into this glass bowl. Got my flour mixture sitting over here to the side. Now to your main bowl. So don't do what I did. 1 cup of granulated sugar. 2 beaten eggs. 1/2 cup of cooking oil. I'm using vegetable oil. 1/2 cup. Y'all don't use no olive oil. That's going to make it nasty, okay? Okay, now we're going to mix our sugar, our eggs, and our oil very well. Now we're going to go in with 1 cup of this cane syrup. And we're going to get this well and combined. Now that I've got it well and combined, I'm going to add my dry ingredients. About 1/2. Like I said, this is very forgiving. And we're just going to mix it up. And we're just going to dump the rest. And get it mixed. Now, right now is the time to be light-handed. Unless you want a flour bath. Yeah, don't get all jiggy with it. Because you're going to be wearing this flour. Looks like peanut butter, doesn't it? You're thinking, oh my gosh. Nope. Here's the secret ingredient. A cup of boiling water, and I'm going to add a cap of vanilla extract. And we're going to add this hot water to our mixture. You're thinking, why didn't you add it right, the vanilla extract right in? Because I wanted it to get well and incorporated. And we're just going to slowly get this mixed, and you'll see what it looks like here in just a second. We're going to get it poured into our greased pan. Now this is an 8x8. You could go up to a 9x9. It's not going to rise too much on you now. Tell you what, I'm going to get a spatula. I want to make sure I get every drop. Now I'm just going to give it a little shimmy. You're going to see a lot of bubbles. And I just tap it to release the rest of the air bubble. Look at that. It took 55 minutes. I probably could have pulled it. See the little edge? It's kind of dark, but it's not burnt. I could have probably pulled it at 50, but it took 55 minutes. It's got a few cracks on the top, so I know that it's done. Do you see that? Y'all look at this. Moist. You think he's going to know there's a piece missing? I'm going to hold it up. It's quality control. I want y'all to look at this. Look how moist that is. It smells amazing. I only let it rest about 10 minutes, guys. So it's warm, but it's not hot. Here we go. Y'all. Stupid simple. It's not sweet. It's not a heavy cake. It's very light. It is a comfort treat. And I may be just saying that because this was a staple growing up. Just the simplicity of this recipe. It's moist. This truly is one of the best coffee cakes. So, I'm going to take the rest of my coffee. Yeah, it's number 2. And I'm going to take my little sample. And I'm going to sit and enjoy this. And I'm going to reminisce. And I'm going to make my brother one happy man. It stores well too, by the way. So, I don't know what our next video is going to be, but whatever it is, we're going to have fun at it, right? So, as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I shall see you on the next one.